Officer Liu, in other words Mr. Zhao, is a native of Wuling County, Hubei Province. He served as an officer in the womb and retired to his hometown in old age. One day, a teenager came to Mr. Zhao's door and pleaded with him to take him in charge of the paperwork. Mr. Zhao called him inside and asked for his name to meet him, who was graceful. Zhao left the teenager, who called himself Lu Yuan, and said he would rather not work for money. The Luck Quan is very clever, better than the other servants. Zhao's letters to and from, he writes at random, are ingenious. Sometimes the host and the guests are playing, and he looks at them, and the host wins. Mr. Zhao has thus become more adored. The other servants, seeing that he was favored by his master, made a rant to invite him. Mr. Liu agreed, asking, "How many colleagues are there?" The housekeepers of Cho Kung Tin's village came, and they gathered 30 people at once. So people count these people in, and they want to embarrass him. It's too easy, but there are too many guests, and it's too quick to have a table now, so let's go to the hotel, says Mr. Liu. So I asked my colleagues to go to a hotel on the street. When everyone gets in the store and sits down, the food arrives. At the beginning of the drink, one person pressed the kettle and stood up and said, "Don't drink first. Who's the host today? You should put money up for collateral here before you start drinking. Otherwise, at the end of the day, people spend thousands of dollars and they just disappear. Who do you want money from? Everyone listen up. Let's see, Officer Liu. Don't you think I don't have the money? I have the money." Mr. Liu said with a laugh. He said. He got up and grabbed a fist-sized dough into the basin. Then pinched it and threw it onto the table, which scurried around as the dough became rats. The army magistrate grabbed a mouse, broke his hand, and took out a small piece of silver, another, and another piece of silver. Suddenly, the rats were gone, and the change was on the table. "Isn't that enough money for everyone to drink?" The officer said, "Everyone saw you. It was a big surprise, so it's a sore drink." After sprinkling, we settled the scores, and it took $2 or $3. They call it the change on the table. That's exactly the amount. One of them asked for a change to carry in his arms, and returned to report the strange event to his owner. The owner took his orders, and he took out the silver to see it, and he was busy touching it in his arms, and the silver was gone. So he went back to the hotel and told the shopkeeper that the change had turned into tribulus. The servant came back and told the master. Mr. Zhao asked the army officer what was going on. "My friends forced me to buy drinks. I just didn't have any money in my pocket. As a child, I learned some tricks, so now try them, Mr. Liu said. They asked him to return the hotel money, and the land sergeant said, "I'm not one of those people who cheats on drinking. There's a MJG in a field somewhere, and then you go to Yang, and you get 2 stone wheat, which is enough to pay back the wine money." So he begged to go alone. The housekeeper of that farm is going back, and he's traveling with the land guard. As soon as we arrived, the Shihu wheat was piled up there. The crowd was further amazed. One day, Mr. Zhao went to a friend's place for a drink. My friend's cottage is full of orchids. Mr. Zhao loved it and came back to admire it. "If you really like this orchid, it's not hard to get it, Mr. Liu said. Mr. Zhao is not convinced. The next morning, Mr. Zhao went to his study, and a pot of orchids burst into view. The amount of leaf is exactly the same as the one I saw at my friend's house. Mr. Zhao asked him if he suspected that the army chief had stolen it. "There are hundreds of pots of flowers in my family, so why steal them?" Mr. Zhao doesn't believe it. And the friend came and said, "How does it look like my pot? I just bought it, and I don't know where the flowers come from, Mr. Zhao said. "It's just that when you came, was the pot that saw you still there? I didn't go to the study when I arrived," said a friend. "I don't know if the flower is still there. But if it's mine, how did it come here?" Mr. Zhao listened. Eyes on the landing. "Sergeant, it's very clear. Your family's orchid pots are broken, and there's a place to repair them. This one's not, the land marshal said. As soon as you guys check it out, it's great. In the evening, Lu told the host, I told you that my family has many flowers. Now, please come and watch them, by the moon. But no one else can follow, only Duck can go. Duck, Master Zhao's child servant. Mr. Zhao, listen. As soon as we left the house, 4 people were already waiting by the side of the road with their sedan on top. When Mr. Zhao sat up, he realized that his car was running faster than his horse. After a while, I went into a deep mountain. But it smells good, and it's deep into the bone marrow. Coming to a cave, the house was gorgeous, and not at all human. There were florals everywhere, pots of strange flowers and weeds, glowing and scenting. Orchids alone, about a dozen of them, are very lush. After admiring it, I returned home by car, as I had always done. Later, Mr. Lu followed Mr. Zhao for more than a decade. After Mr. Zhao died of illness, the army officer left with a yacht, and no one knew where he had gone.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.